God says, "My beloved child, listen with your whole heart, for the revelation I am about to share will shake your soul with a joy so profound it will ripple through every fiber of your being, igniting hope and wonder like never before." Archangel Michael declares, "Your name has just been whispered with reverence in the highest courts of heaven, echoing through the sacred halls where divine decrees are spoken." In that very moment, an extraordinary miracle unfolded on the earthly plane. A bank executive sat at his polished desk, surrounded by the hum of an ordinary workday, reviewing financial records with meticulous care. Suddenly, your account flashed across his screen, stopping him in his tracks. He froze, his breath catching in his throat, his eyes wide with disbelief. He rubbed them, thinking it a fleeting glitch, but the truth remained undeniable. A deposit had been credited to your name, not an ordinary check, but one bearing a sum so vast, so utterly beyond human comprehension, that the banking system itself faltered, struggling to process the magnitude. The figures stretched like endless rivers of molten gold, like towering mountains of shimmering silver, each digit glowing with the unmistakable seal of divine favor. This was no mere transaction, it was a celestial endorsement, a testament to heaven's unwavering promise to you. Heaven has been preparing this moment since before the stars were set in the sky. Every whispered prayer you sent heavenward in the quiet of night, every tear you shed in solitude when no one saw, every sacrifice you offered without seeking recognition. These have been gathered like rare and precious jewels in God's eternal vault. Not a single moment of your faithfulness was overlooked. Each was carefully stored, catalogued, and cherished, awaiting this divine appointment. Now, Archangel Michael has received the ultimate command from the throne of heaven. Release this blessing into your life. This check is not a mere slip of paper or a fleeting entry in a ledger. It is a sacred symbol, radiating blessings that may appear as wealth to the eyes of the world, but are, in truth, miracles woven by the hand of God Himself. Opportunities are aligning, ready to knock at your door with a rhythm that echoes divine timing. People you never imagined would know your name will soon speak it in rooms of influence, their words opening pathways you never dreamed possible. Doors once sealed shut by years of struggle, doubt, and delay are about to swing wide open, ushering you into realms of possibility you could scarcely fathom. Type 11 in the comments to claim this divine promise in faith. Yet, a profound mystery surrounds this moment. Do you know who authored this check? It was not crafted by any mortal hand, nor conceived in the systems of man. It was inscribed in the celestial courts, signed by God Himself with an authority that no power can challenge, and delivered through the hands of His holy angels. This check is marked with trillions, but its true essence transcends numbers. It signifies an overflow of divine abundance. It is an overflow of joy that fills your heart to bursting, an overflow of breakthroughs that shatter every barrier in your path, an overflow of miracles that transform every corner of your existence, from the mundane to the magnificent. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, his presence a radiant shield of celestial light, whispering with urgency. Do not skip this moment. You have exactly 2 minutes to believe, 2 minutes to receive, before this revelation seeks another soul whose heart is ready. This is your confirmation that a monumental shift is already in motion, and your name is at its very center. Stay until the final word, for as you linger in this message, your spirit awakens, opening wider to embrace the full measure of heaven's bounty. Share this proclamation so others may witness the miracle flowing through your life, and remain connected, for greater divine secrets are yet to unfold. Archangel Michael declares, "The atmosphere around you is shifting this very moment, charged with the power of heaven's decree. When your name was spoken in the celestial realms, a light brighter than 1,000 suns pierced the systems of man, illuminating the ordinary with the extraordinary. In a quiet office, a bank executive sat, surrounded by the soft hum of computers and the rustle of papers, when suddenly he gasped, his heart pounding in his chest. Your account, your very name, illuminated his screen, revealing a check beyond imagination. Not millions, not billions, but trillions. His pen slipped from his trembling fingers, falling to the desk with a clatter as he whispered, "How can this be? How is such a thing possible?" He checked the system again, then again, his mind racing for an explanation. But the figures remained, unyielding and undeniable. Heaven, however, was not surprised. It rejoiced, for this was never about mere numbers. It was about divine favor, a testament to God's unwavering love for you, a love that knows no bounds and sees no limits. This check is a scroll of miracles, each digit a repayment for years of pain endured in silence, each zero a key to doors long locked by circumstance, each line a chain shattered by the power of heaven's will. Archangel Michael holds this sacred scroll before you in the spirit, his voice resounding with authority. This belongs to you, and you alone. The banker saw only numbers, a staggering sum that defied all logic, but heaven saw your heart. Every prayer you whispered when no one listened, every battle you fought in the quiet of your soul, every moment you pressed forward, despite the weight of adversity pressing against you. Those who stood against you, who delayed your blessings with their schemes or doubts, are powerless now. For this scroll is inscribed with your name, sealed in golden ink by the hand of God Himself. No force in heaven or on earth can alter it. No power can undo what has been divinely ordained. Picture this. Angels encircle a radiant table in the heavens, its surface glowing with celestial light that outshines the stars. Your name is etched in flames that burn with eternal fire, and a divine seal is pressed upon this scroll, its promises unbreakable, its truth unassailable. The banker blinks, his eyes locked on your name flashing across his screen, his mind reeling in disbelief. He calls a colleague, then another, hoping for an explanation, a glitch, anything to make sense of what he sees. But none can fathom the truth. Archangel Michael, however, rejoices, for this moment was woven into the tapestry of your destiny before you were born, before time itself began. You have 2 minutes. Not because heaven will retract its promise, but because heaven urges you to seize this moment with unyielding faith, to step boldly into the reality of what has been declared. This is the time to declare, "Yes, I receive it." Stand firm, for angels stand with you, guarding this sacred promise with their celestial might. Do not let doubt creep into your mind, or fear cloud your heart. The longer you dwell in these words, the more the power of this scroll transfers into every facet of your existence, unlocking doors, breaking barriers, and setting miracles in motion. Comment, "I trust you," to align your spirit with this divine truth. Unexpected calls will soon ring through, their tones carrying opportunities you never anticipated. Unscheduled meetings will align in your favor, orchestrated by unseen hands. Sudden opportunities will emerge like stars breaking through a darkened sky, illuminating your path with divine possibility. The banker saw numbers, but you will see transformations, shifts that rewrite your story in glory, turning ashes into beauty, despair into triumph, and lack into abundance. Archangel Michael proclaims, "This is no dream, it is your divine reality. Heaven's scroll has been delivered, and your account is marked with favor that no earthly system can deny." Share this message to multiply the blessing, for greater revelations are on the horizon, each one building upon the last, drawing you closer to the fullness of God's plan for you. Archangel Michael urges, "Lean in closer, for what I unveil next will lift you into realms beyond your wildest dreams." This scroll, which left the banker speechless, was not crafted in a fleeting moment. It was prepared in eternity, awaiting heaven's decree. Now is the time. The banker stares at his screen, sweat beading on his brow, as he refreshes the system again and again, hoping the figures will vanish, believing they must be an error. Yet each time, the truth remains your name, your account, your blessing, trillions, unexplainable by human logic, undeniable by divine will. He murmurs, "Who is this person? How can such favor be? But heaven knows, for what he sees as digits, heaven sees as your destiny unfolding in radiant splendor. This scroll fulfills every promise spoken over your life, every word God whispered into your spirit in moments of quiet faith, every hope you clung to in the face of impossibility. Imagine standing in a vast celestial hall, where angels stand as guardians of treasures beyond mortal comprehension. At the center rests a table of crystal light, its surface shimmering with divine radiance that outshines the heavens themselves. Upon it lies a scroll, sealed with the eternal mark of God, glowing with a brilliance that no eye can dim. Archangel Michael unrolls it, and its figures shine brighter than the stars, each one reflecting a promise no force can erase. The scroll declares, "This one has endured with unwavering faith. This one has believed against all odds. This one shall now receive the fullness of heaven's bounty." Do you feel the shift in your spirit? Something unseen is moving toward you, aligning your path with divine favor that knows no bounds, a favor that transcends time and space. This scroll is not merely wealth. It is favor that positions you in the right place at the right time, favor that lifts your name in rooms you've never entered, favor that crowns you with honor after seasons of silence and struggle. Each digit on this scroll carries a blessing. Alive with divine purpose, the first restores health to your body, breathing new life into every cell, renewing your strength like the eagles. The second mends broken relationships, weaving love and unity where division once stood, healing wounds that time alone could not mend. The third opens doors in your career, leading to opportunities you never dared to dream, pathways that lead to prosperity and purpose. The fourth brings peace to your mind, a calm that surpasses understanding, a rest that soothes every anxious thought, and the endless zeros signify limitless breakthroughs that will flow not only to you, but to your children, your household, and generations yet to come, an inheritance that cannot be contained or diminished. The banker is astonished, his mind unable to grasp the magnitude, but heaven is not surprised. This is your inheritance, chosen for you before the foundations of the world were laid. Angels dance as you hear these words, their voices rising in a chorus of celebration. For each moment you linger unlocks another chamber of blessing, another layer of divine promise. Type 333 in the comments to affirm your faith in this sacred moment. Who sent this scroll heaven did. God himself endorsed it with his eternal signature, a seal that no power can break, and his angels delivered it to your spiritual account, awaiting your faith to claim it fully. This is no illusion, it is divine manifestation, a reality woven into the fabric of eternity, a truth that stands firm against all doubt. Archangel Michael whispers, "Believe, and it becomes yours in fullness. Declare it, and it settles upon you like a mantle of glory. Share it, and it multiplies beyond measure. Speak it aloud. I receive my miracle scroll." Share this message, for heaven releases such wonders with purpose, and you are the chosen vessel to carry them into the world, to shine as a beacon of God's goodness. This is your moment, your scroll, your story transforming into a testament of God's glory, a legacy that will echo through the ages. Archangel Michael declares, "You stand at the edge of your life's greatest unveiling, where the unseen becomes seen and the impossible becomes reality." The scroll that stunned the banker is only the beginning, for its blessings are about to overflow into every visible part of your existence, touching every area of your life with divine transformation. Picture the banker once more, seated in his quiet office, the soft hum of keyboards filling the air, the rhythm of a typical day surrounding him. His screen flashes, your name, your account, your blessing. He checks repeatedly, his hands trembling, his heart racing, but the trillions remain, unyielding and undeniable. He whispers, "Who is this person? How can this be?" But heaven knows. You are chosen to carry God's overflow, a living testament to his boundless goodness, a vessel of his grace in a world that desperately needs hope. This scroll is a divine code, each number a key unlocking doors sealed for years, each digit a spark igniting new possibilities, each zero a river of blessing that flows without end, washing away every trace of lack. As Archangel Michael lifts the scroll higher, light pours forth like waterfalls of gold, illuminating the path before you, casting out shadows of doubt and fear. He says, "This is your inheritance. Do not doubt it. Do not question it. Simply receive it with open hands and an open heart. No hand can tamper with it. No system can deny it. No opposition can block what heaven has ordained. Every moment you felt forgotten, every effort that seemed wasted, every tear shed in the darkness, none was lost. Heaven gathered them all, weaving them into this scroll of miracles, transforming your pain into promise, your struggles into strength, your losses into a legacy that will endure. This scroll is generational, blessing your children, your household, and generations yet to come, a river of divine favor that flows beyond the boundaries of time, carrying peace, joy, and prosperity to those who come after you. Angels are aligning opportunities, scheduling meetings without your knowledge, and preparing invitations that bear your name, each one a step toward the fulfillment of God's plan. What the world calls coincidence, heaven calls divine appointment, a sacred alignment of heaven and earth. Archangel Michael urges, "This is holy ground, a sacred moment where heaven and earth align. This scroll is a covenant of abundance, peace, and unshakable favor. Its trillions are but a symbol of blessings beyond measure, eternal favor written into the story of your life, a story that will inspire awe and wonder. Type 777 in the comments to seal this truth in your spirit. A celestial unveiling of eternal abundance. The banker remains confounded, his mind wrestling with the sheer impossibility of the figures before him, unable to grasp the divine reality unfolding on his unassuming screen. His thoughts swirl in a tempest of logic and disbelief, grappling with numbers that defy every rule of earthly finance. Yet heaven stands resolute, its purpose steadfast and unshakable, its vision clear as crystal. Your name, etched in the annals of eternity, is stamped with an abundance so vast it transcends comprehension. Soon, the world will behold the undeniable evidence of what heaven has already proclaimed, a testimony that will blaze like a beacon across the earth, illuminating the lives of all who witness it. This is your hour, your sacred scroll, your divine overflow, a moment where the promises of God become tangible, woven into the very fabric of your existence. Archangel Michael declares with a voice that resonates through the heavens. The vaults of heaven are flung wide open, pouring favor upon you without measure, an outpouring so boundless it cannot be contained, restrained, or diminished. Every angel in the celestial chamber lifts their voice, whispering your name in a symphony of joy that echoes through the corridors of eternity. The seal of abundance over your life has been shattered forever, never to be resealed, never to be undone, for what heaven has decreed is eternal and irrevocable. Picture the banker once more, seated in his quiet office, the soft hum of computers and the rustle of papers forming the backdrop of an ordinary day. His hands tremble, betraying his calm facade, as he calls a colleague to verify the system, convinced that what he sees must be a glitch, an error in the machinery of man. The colleague approaches, peers at the glowing screen, and steps back, his breath catching in his throat. "How can one account hold such trillions?" he murmurs, his voice barely above a whisper, his eyes wide with astonishment. They gather around the screen, a small crowd forming, whispering, pointing, questioning, each one searching for an explanation that eludes them. The numbers remain, unyielding, undeniable, a sum so vast it defies the boundaries of human understanding. Yet while men debate, argue, and puzzle over the incomprehensible, heaven celebrates with unrestrained joy. The system of man measures mere numbers, digits on a screen, but the system of heaven measures destiny. And your destiny is radiant with promise, glowing with the light of divine purpose that no shadow can dim. This scroll is not paper, it is light, a radiant beacon shining with every blessing you thought was lost forever. Every hope you feared had slipped beyond your grasp. Every dream you believed was out of reach. It carries the restoration of moments stolen by time, the peace your heart has ached for in the quiet of countless nights, the joy your spirit yearns to reclaim, the success that seemed forever beyond your reach, now brought near by the hand of God. Each digit on this scroll pulses with divine purpose, alive with the power of heaven's intent. The first digit swings open doors that were locked for years, doors sealed by doubt, delay, or opposition, now flung wide to reveal pathways of opportunity that stretch toward horizons of promise. The second digit shatters chains that bound your progress, chains forged by fear, failure, or the weight of past mistakes, setting you free to walk in liberty, to run toward the future God has prepared. The third digit fulfills promises spoken over you in eternity, promises whispered in the heart of God before the world began, now brought to life in the here and now, manifesting in ways that leave no room for doubt, and the endless zeros. They represent streams of blessings, rivers of divine favor that flow without ceasing, an inheritance that cannot be contained, diminished, or exhausted. This legacy of favor will endure, not only for you, but for your children, your household, and generations yet to come. A tide of abundance that will touch lives far beyond your own. Archangel Michael stands before you, holding this scroll in his hands, its glow so radiant that angels shield their eyes in reverence, their wings lifted in awe, their voices rising in a chorus of celebration. He speaks with authority, his words cutting through every doubt. Child, you have waited long enough. This is yours. Take it, believe it, walk boldly into it, for the time of waiting is over. The season of delay has ended, and the hour of fulfillment has begun. Comment, "I receive," to open your heart to this divine flow. Do not mistake this for mere wealth, for it is infinitely greater. It is your life story being rewritten in the language of divine favor, where shame is transformed into honor, where lack blossoms into plenty, where rejection is replaced with acceptance, and where sorrow is transfigured into joy that overflows like a fountain. Stay close to these words, for every second you linger opens another door, unveils another layer of divine promise, and writes another chapter of your story unfolding in radiant glory. Angels are at work even now, rearranging the paths of your life, orchestrating divine appointments that you could not have foreseen. They are preparing calls you didn't expect, calls that will carry opportunities tailored to your destiny. They are restoring relationships you thought were lost forever, mending bonds broken by time or misunderstanding. They are accelerating what seemed delayed beyond hope, turning stalled dreams into realities that unfold with breathtaking speed. Archangel Michael declares with unwavering conviction, "Your name is written in fire, and what is written in fire cannot be erased, cannot be undone, cannot be challenged by any power in heaven or on earth. Let your faith rise like a flame, burning bright with the certainty of God's promise. Speak it boldly. I receive my miracle scroll." Share this message, for when you release it, you step into multiplication, and the blessing spreads like wildfire, touching lives, igniting hope, and transforming hearts wherever it goes. This is your moment. This is your scroll. This is your divine overflow, a testament to the God who sees you, knows you, and has chosen you for greatness beyond comprehension, a greatness that will echo through eternity. The banker's confusion lingers, his mind still racing to make sense of the impossible. He refreshes the system repeatedly, each time hoping the figures will vanish, that the screen will revert to something familiar, something explainable. But the truth remains steadfast. Your name, your account, your blessing, marked with trillions that defy every earthly metric. He paces his office, his colleagues now joined by a manager, then a director, each one staring at the screen in stunned silence. They whisper among themselves, their voices tinged with awe and disbelief. How can this be? Who is this person? Yet heaven needs no explanation, for its purpose is clear, its decree final. Your name is not just a line in a ledger, it is a declaration in the heavens, a proclamation that resonates with divine authority. The scroll that has left the banker reeling is not a product of human systems. It is a divine artifact, a living testament to God's faithfulness. It shines with the light of every prayer you thought went unheard, every tear you thought fell unseen, every sacrifice you believed was forgotten. It carries the restoration of moments stolen by adversity, the peace your heart has craved through seasons of unrest, the joy your spirit has longed to embrace once more, and the success that seemed an unreachable star, now placed within your grasp by the hand of God. This scroll is more than a symbol. It is a covenant, a sacred agreement between you and the Creator, sealed with His eternal signature. Each digit is a chapter in your story of redemption, a verse in the song of your triumph. The first digit opens doors that were bolted shut by years of struggle, revealing pathways lined with opportunities that align perfectly with your purpose. The second digit breaks chains that held you back, chains forged in moments of doubt, fear, or betrayal, now shattered into dust, freeing you to soar into the fullness of your calling. The third digit breathes life into promises spoken over you before time began, promises that have waited in the heart of God for this very moment, now unfolding in ways that defy expectation. And the zeros, they stretch into eternity, representing blessings that flow like rivers, unstoppable, unending, touching not only your life, but the lives of those connected to you, your children, your family, and generations yet unborn. This is a legacy of favor, a heritage of abundance that will ripple through time, a testament to the God who called you by name and declared you worthy. Archangel Michael stands as a guardian of this moment, his presence a towering pillar of light, holding the scroll aloft as its radiance fills the heavens. The angels around him bow in reverence, their wings trembling with awe, their voices lifted in a chorus that shakes the foundations of eternity. He speaks with a voice that carries the weight of divine authority. Child, your season of waiting has ended. This scroll is yours, inscribed with your name, sealed with God's promise. Take it with both hands, believe it with all your heart, and walk boldly into the destiny prepared for you. The banker's screen may flicker, his colleagues may debate, but heaven is unmoved, its celebration unending. This scroll is not a fleeting vision. It is a living reality, a divine deposit that carries every blessing you thought was lost. Every hope you feared was gone. Every dream you believed was beyond your reach. It restores what was stolen, heals what was broken, and ignites what was dimmed, transforming your life into a masterpiece of divine favor. Do not limit this scroll to the concept of wealth, for its value surpasses every earthly treasure. It is the rewriting of your story, where every moment of shame is clothed in honor, where every season of lack is flooded with plenty, where every rejection is met with divine acceptance, and where every sorrow is transformed into joy that overflows without end. Stay tethered to these words, for every moment you remain here opens another door, unveils another layer of divine promise, and writes another chapter in the epic of your life's unfolding glory. Angels are at work, their movements swift and precise, rearranging the circumstances of your life, aligning opportunities that seem to appear from nowhere, restoring relationships that seemed beyond repair, and accelerating dreams that felt stalled in the shadows of delay. Archangel Michael's voice rings out, clear and commanding. Your name is written in fire, a fire that burns with the eternal purpose of God, a fire that no force can extinguish, no power can erase, no opposition can challenge. Type 777 in the comments to seal this truth in your spirit. Let your faith blaze like a torch, illuminating the path before you. Speak it boldly, with the conviction of one who knows their destiny is secure. I receive my miracle scroll. Share this message, for when you release it, you step into the divine principle of multiplication, where the blessing grows, spreads, and ignites hope in the hearts of others, like a wildfire that cannot be contained. This is your moment, your scroll, your divine overflow, a testament to the God who sees every hidden moment, knows every silent prayer, and has chosen you for a greatness that defies comprehension. The banker's confusion is but a footnote in the grand narrative of your life, for heaven's certainty is absolute, its proclamation final. Your name is written in the records of eternity, and the world will soon bear witness to the glory of what heaven has already declared, a legacy of abundance, a story of triumph, a life transformed by the hand of God. Beloved, can you truly comprehend the overwhelming magnitude of this sacred moment? A divine intersection where heaven's promises converge with your destiny. This is no ordinary hour, it is a divine appointment, a moment where the eternal meets the temporal, forever altering the course of your life. This check is far more than a symbol of earthly wealth. It is the sacred key, forged in the courts of heaven, that unlocks every blessing meticulously stored for you by the hand of God. It is a holy scroll of restoration, inscribed with the eternal ink of God's unbreakable covenant, a testament to His unwavering faithfulness. This check stands as irrefutable, divine evidence that you are chosen, set apart by the Creator's will, marked for a purpose that transcends time. Every digit on this check pulses with the life of a heavenly vow fulfilled, each one a radiant beacon of God's steadfast love and commitment to you. The first digit heralds the return of uncontainable joy, flooding your home with laughter that reverberates through every room, transforming spaces once touched by sorrow into havens of delight. The second digit signifies your name being spoken with profound reverence and esteem in places of power, influence, and authority, where decisions are made that shape destinies. The third digit declares with unshakable certainty that your deepest prayers, those whispered in the quiet of your heart, held in faith through seasons of waiting, are now being answered with divine precision. Each response unfolding like a sacred symphony orchestrated by heaven itself. The infinite string of zeros that follows is no mere numerical sequence. They are rivers of boundless abundance, flowing ceaselessly toward you with unstoppable divine momentum. These zeros embody miracles upon miracles, each one compounding upon the last, blessings cascading over blessings in an unending torrent of divine favor, and doors of opportunity swinging wide open one after another, revealing pathways you never dreamed possible. This overflow knows no boundaries, no limits. It multiplies without ceasing, enveloping every facet of your life, your relationships, your dreams, your purpose, until you are wholly immersed in the overwhelming goodness pouring forth from heaven's storehouses. Archangel Michael stands resolute, a towering figure of divine authority, his radiant hands grasping this luminous check, its glow illuminating the celestial courts. His voice thunders with a gentle yet unshakable authority, piercing the heavens and resonating in your spirit. You cannot overlook this divine appointment. This is your season, your sacred portion, your eternal inheritance, ordained before the foundations of the world. The angels encircling him lift their voices in perfect harmony, weaving your name into a celestial hymn that resounds through the halls of heaven, proclaiming that your appointed time has arrived. A moment written in the stars by the hand of God Himself. This check is not merely about financial wealth, it is the very embodiment of your divine destiny, a sacred calling that transcends the material and touches the eternal. It carries peace so profound, it calms the storms within your weary heart, bringing rest to your soul in the quiet of the night. It delivers healing to restore your body to wholeness, mending what was broken and renewing your strength like the dawn. It ignites joy to uplift your soul from the depths of despair, filling you with a radiant delight that cannot be contained. It shines radiant light to guide your path through the darkest valleys, illuminating every step with divine clarity. This check brings answers to prayers you thought would remain unanswered, reviving hope where it had faded. It restores opportunities you believed had slipped away forever, opening doors you thought were sealed shut. It mends relationships you assumed were lost beyond repair, weaving reconciliation where division once stood. Heaven speaks with unshakable certainty. Its voice echoing through eternity, it is restored, it is renewed, it is released into your life with divine authority. Linger with these words until their final syllable. For every moment you remain in this truth, another lock is undone, another gate of heaven swings wide, and another blessing is unleashed into your existence, transforming every aspect of your life. Even now, the atmosphere around you is shifting in profound ways. Conversations are turning in your favor, as if guided by an unseen hand. Strangers, prompted by divine whispers, are being prepared to bless you with opportunities you could not have imagined, and systems of this world, once rigid and unyielding, are bending to accommodate the divine overflow tied to your name, making way for the breakthrough that heaven has ordained. Beloved, do you feel the divine truth resonating deep within the core of your soul, igniting a fire of faith that burns brighter with every word? Type 3C3 in the comments if this sacred message stirs your spirit, kindling an unquenchable flame of trust in God's promises. Write, "I trust you," to fling wide the gates of heaven, inviting the fullness of its blessings to pour into your life like a mighty river. Share this message with boldness and conviction, for in spreading this divine proclamation, you step into a supernatural multiplication of blessings, amplifying the overflow that heaven has destined for you. Your declaration is not a mere act. It is a holy partnership with the divine, a sacred act of faith that serves as a catalyst, unlocking greater measures of favor, prosperity, and purpose. This sharing extends far beyond your immediate sphere, touching lives you may never meet, carrying the light of heaven's promise to others who need its hope. By proclaiming this truth, you align your heart with heaven's eternal rhythm, ensuring that the rivers of abundance flow not only to you, but through you, transforming the world around you and leaving a legacy of divine favor that echoes through eternity. Archangel Michael stands in the celestial courts, his presence commanding yet filled with divine compassion, his voice resounding with unwavering conviction. This check is eternal. It cannot be erased, stolen, or denied. Once heaven stamps it, it is sealed forever in the annals of eternity, written in the unchangeable records of God's kingdom. Beloved, your check has already been stamped, its divine imprint etched indelibly in the eternal treasury of heaven, a testament to God's unbreakable covenant with you. The world, bound by its limited understanding and earthly logic, may struggle to grasp the magnitude of this divine act, its systems faltering under the weight of heaven's decree. But soon, the manifestation of this truth will be undeniable in your life, visible to all who witness the overflow of God's favor upon you. Lift your faith to the heavens, higher than ever before, and proclaim with unwavering boldness, "I receive my miracle check." Speak it repeatedly, with fervent passion, until your spirit trembles under the weight of heaven's glory, until your heart beats in rhythm with the divine pulse of this sacred promise. The banker may stand frozen, his mind reeling as he tries to comprehend the incomprehensible numbers glowing on the screen before him, numbers that defy every earthly calculation. But heaven is not confused. It is rejoicing with uncontainable joy, celebrating the fulfillment of its promise. Angels are dancing in celestial celebration, their wings shimmering with light as they weave your name into the eternal corridors of heaven's halls, proclaiming your divine destiny. What heaven has written cannot be undone, for it is sealed with the fire of divine authority. This is your check, your sacred narrative, your divine overflow, a testament to the unshakable covenant God has made with you, a promise that will stand for all eternity. Archangel Michael, radiant in the heavenly courts, proclaims with majestic authority, "Heaven has opened its treasury of radiant light, and your name is engraved on its very first page, shining as a beacon of divine favor." That miracle check, which left the banker in speechless awe, was never about mere digits. It was the unfolding of your divine calling, a sacred destiny crafted before the foundations of the world. Today, that calling is bursting forth into reality, manifesting before your eyes in ways that defy human imagination. Envision the scene with vivid clarity. The banker, immobilized by disbelief, stares at a glowing screen that displays sums so vast they transcend earthly comprehension, all tied to your name. In his desperation to understand, he summons auditors, IT specialists, senior executives, and financial experts. Yet none can unravel the mystery of this divine transaction. They huddle together, their whispers filled with astonishment, but no one dares to tamper with what heaven has ordained. They refresh the system, restart the machines, and run every test imaginable. Yet your name only shines brighter, its radiance piercing through their doubt. At last, one of them, voice trembling, murmurs, "This is beyond our understanding," and they are right. For this is not a transaction born of human hands, but a divine manifestation orchestrated by the hand of God, fulfilling His eternal purpose for your life. This check is not mere paper. It is a sacred covenant, an unbreakable promise that your story will not end in lack, despair, or unfulfilled dreams. It guarantees that your efforts, no matter how overlooked by the world, will be seen and honored by heaven. It ensures that your pain, though once heavy, will be transformed into a divine purpose that radiates hope. Your household will overflow with abundance. Your name will carry weight and reverence in places of influence, and your destiny will shine with a brilliance that outshines the stars in the night sky. Linger with these words until the final syllable. For every moment you remain in this truth, another layer of blessing unfolds, revealing the depth of heaven's plan for you. Even now, unseen doors are creaking open, their hinges loosened by divine hands. Strangers, guided by heaven's prompting, are being positioned to speak your name in rooms of favor and opportunity. Worldly systems, once rigid, are bending and realigning to accommodate the breakthrough tied to your identity. The world may call it luck or coincidence, but heaven calls it the fulfillment of a divine plan, a sacred blueprint written before time began. Archangel Michael declares with resolute authority, "Do not think small. This check is not only for your immediate needs, it is for your legacy, your children, and generations yet to be born, ensuring a heritage of peace, prosperity, and honor." Type 444 in the comments if you stand firm in the unshakable truth of this divine promise. Write, "I receive," to seal this covenant deep within your heart. Share this message, for every declaration you make multiplies the flow of heaven's blessings in your life. Imagine your household transformed, filled with laughter where silence once cast its heavy shadow. Picture your spirit, once weighed down by burdens, now soaring free as heaven credits your account with boundless abundance that knows no limits. Envision your name carrying weight and honor in places you've never set foot, spoken with reverence in rooms of influence you've yet to enter. Speak it boldly. With unwavering conviction, I receive my miracle check. Let this declaration echo from your lips into the eternal realms, reverberating through the heavens. The banker may still be grappling with earthly calculations, his mind entangled in futile attempts to explain the unexplainable. But heaven is not calculating. It is manifesting with divine certainty. Your name is written in divine fire, a flame that burns eternally and cannot be extinguished. This is your appointed hour, your sacred inheritance, your divine overflow. Archangel Michael holds this check high, its radiant glow illuminating the courts of heaven as angels sing your name like a sacred melody composed in the heart of God before time began. He speaks with authority yet tender compassion, child. This has always been yours. The world may have delayed its arrival, but heaven never forgot its promise. Today, it is released into your life with unstoppable force. This check is alive, not mere ink on paper, but a flame inscribed in radiant, celestial light. Each digit pulses with divine purpose, carrying a message of eternal significance. The first digit is the door that swings wide where walls once stood impenetrable, granting you access to places you never dreamed possible. The second digit is the favor that carries your name into hidden places of influence, where decisions are made that shape destinies. The third digit is the healing you've prayed for, springing forth like a fountain of life, renewing your body, mind, and soul. The fourth digit is the restoration of what you thought was lost forever. Relationships mended, dreams revived, and opportunities reborn. And those endless zeros, they are not empty placeholders. They are eternity pouring itself into your life. Wave upon wave of blessings, miracle upon miracle, cascading through your present and into the lives of your children and their children's children. Archangel Michael lifts this check before all creation, the throne of God shining brilliantly behind him as angels raise their wings in reverent worship. He declares, "This child has been remembered, chosen, and now walks in the fullness of overflow." His voice shakes the heavens with its power, yet rests gently in your spirit, confirming the undeniable truth of this divine moment. Even as these words reach you, the very atmosphere around you is shifting in profound and tangible ways. Opportunities, once hidden in the shadows, are stepping into the light, revealing themselves with divine clarity. Answers to prayers long delayed are being released with the speed of heaven's will. People who once overlooked you are now remembering your name with respect, prompted by divine whispers. Systems of this world, once unyielding, are bending to align with the favor written over your life by the hand of God. This check is not about wealth alone. It is about your eternal destiny, a sacred calling that transcends time. It promises peace to quiet your restless nights, joy to brighten your mornings with uncontainable delight, honor to crown your name in places of influence, and abundance that will never run dry, no matter the season. This blessing is not for you alone, but for your family, your children, and the generations yet to come, ensuring a legacy that will endure forever. Stay until the final word. For every second you linger in this truth, another seal of blessing is broken, and another river of divine favor flows into your life, transforming everything it touches. Type 777 in the comments if you feel heaven's promise stirring within your soul. Write, "I believe," to anchor this truth in your spirit. Share this message, for what you release multiplies back into your life. Archangel Michael whispers with gentle urgency, "Do not doubt, do not delay, receive it now. Open your mouth and declare it boldly, I receive my miracle check. Speak it until your spirit leaps with unshakable faith. The banker may still search for earthly explanations, but heaven is certain, unwavering, and resolute. Your account is credited with destiny, your name inscribed in radiant light, your inheritance fully released. Picture it once more. The banker, exhausted, head in his hands, surrounded by directors, auditors, and financial experts. They crowd around a glowing screen, your account overflowing with trillions. Numbers so vast their systems struggle to contain them. Their voices tremble as they whisper, "How is this possible?" But while they question, heaven affirms with unshakable authority, "It is done." This check is a covenant scroll, its digits alive with divine prophecy. The first digit is your breakthrough, bursting through every barrier. The second digit is your restoration, reclaiming what was lost. The third digit is your honor, elevating your name. The fourth digit is your healing, renewing your body and soul. And the zeros. Oh, the endless zeros. They are rivers of blessings stretching into your tomorrows, flowing into your family, and echoing through your generations. This check is not temporary, it is eternal. Archangel Michael holds it high like a banner in heaven's courts, its light filling the heavens with golden radiance. Angels shout your name with uncontainable joy. Knowing this moment was written in the stars before time began, Michael's voice thunders with gentle assurance. Beloved, this is your inheritance, your season, your divine release. As these words wash over you, doors you thought were locked forever are swinging open. Decisions once delayed are now being made in your favor. Opportunities you believed were gone are returning, multiplied beyond measure. The silence you endured is breaking into songs of joy that fill the air. Stay close to this moment. For every second you linger, another seal is broken, and another blessing flows into your life. Angels are moving with divine speed, aligning your path, preparing tables of favor before you, and placing crowns of honor upon your head. Heaven has stamped your name, and what is stamped cannot be erased. Beloved, do you stand unshaken in the power of your faith? Type 11 in the comments below if your heart is anchored in the certainty of this divine promise. Write, "I receive," to seal this sacred covenant in the eternal realms, binding your spirit to heaven's unyielding truth. Share this message far and wide, for every declaration you make multiplies the flow of heaven's blessings, amplifying the overflow that is destined for your life. This act of sharing is not merely a gesture, it is a holy proclamation that invites the divine to move mightily through you, expanding the reach of this miracle into every corner of your existence. This miracle check, which left the banker trembling in awe, is not a fleeting deposit. It is the master key to an unending cascade of divine blessings, now surging toward you with unstoppable force. Picture the scene vividly in your spirit. The banker, exhausted from his futile attempts to comprehend the incomprehensible, calls upon senior officials, investigators, financial analysts, and a full board of executives. They gather in a hushed circle around a single glowing screen, their faces etched with disbelief as they whisper among themselves, "This is impossible. How can this person's account hold such trillions?" Their systems falter under the weight of the numbers, their minds unable to grasp the magnitude of what stands before them. Yet, beloved, while human minds debate and question, heaven has already rendered its verdict, and what heaven decrees cannot be undone. This check is far more than a collection of digits. It is a divine signature, a celestial proclamation that you are chosen, favored, and destined to walk in a torrent of overflow. Each digit radiates with sacred purpose. One releases a peace so profound it quiets your restless nights. Another ignites laughter that fills your mornings with joy. Another restores honor to your name, where rejection once cast its shadow. And yet another swings open doors of influence without you lifting a finger. The endless zeros stretch far beyond the boundaries of time, forming rivers of miracles that will never run dry, flowing into your present, your future, and the generations that will follow in your lineage. Archangel Michael stands majestically at the center of heaven's great hall, lifting this radiant check higher still, its brilliance cascading like golden waterfalls that illuminate the celestial courts. Angels join in a mighty chorus, their voices rising in harmonious celebration, singing your name as though it were a priceless jewel in heaven's crown, with a voice that burns with divine fire, yet soothes with gentle assurance. Michael declares, "Beloved, you have carried the weight of pain, but now you shall bear the mantle of abundance. You have walked through seasons of silence, but now your name will echo with honor across the earth. You have wept in the hidden places, but now joy will burst forth in the open for all to see. Can you feel it stirring within you? Even as these words pierce your heart, the very atmosphere around you is transforming. Divine appointments are being orchestrated on your behalf. Meetings arranged in rooms you've yet to enter. Decisions are shifting in your favor, aligning with the will of heaven. People you've never met are being prompted by divine hands to release blessings with your name inscribed upon them. The systems of this world, bound by human logic, cannot comprehend this overflow. But heaven does not need to explain. It simply manifests. This check is generational, a sacred promise that extends beyond you to envelop your children, your family, and those yet to be born, ensuring a legacy of peace, prosperity, and unshakable honor. Type 555 in the comments if you feel the undeniable power of this divine moment surging through your soul. Write, "I am ready," to fully embrace this eternal truth. Share this message, For every declaration you make multiplies the blessings flowing into your life. This check is not a momentary transaction. It is an unbreakable covenant, sealed with the fire of heaven's authority. It guarantees that your story will not fade into emptiness, that your labor will not be overlooked, and that your pain will be transformed into a divine purpose that radiates for all to see. It promises that your household will taste the fullness of abundance, that your name will carry weight and reverence in places of influence, and that your destiny will shine with a brilliance that outshines the constellations in the night sky. Envision generations yet to be born walking confidently in the overflow released to you in this sacred moment. Picture your home, once heavy with sorrow, now resounding with laughter that spills over into every room. Imagine your spirit, once burdened by cares, now soaring free as heaven credits your account with immeasurable abundance. Archangel Michael speaks with unwavering certainty. This is covenant, not chance. It cannot be erased, cannot be stolen, cannot be delayed. It is sealed forever in your name. So, lift your voice with boldness and declare, "I receive my miracle check." Proclaim it until your spirit aligns with the eternal scroll of heaven, until the weight of divine glory settles upon you. The banker may remain frozen, searching desperately for answers to explain the unexplainable. But heaven is not searching, it is certain, rejoicing, and celebrating with uncontainable joy. Your name is written in fire, a flame that burns eternally and cannot be extinguished. This is your divine hour, your sacred inheritance, your miracle check. Archangel Michael declares with resounding authority, "The check you have received is not the end. It is the gateway to an unending abundance that knows no bounds." What the banker witnessed was merely a glimpse, a shadow of the full picture that heaven has already seen and ordained. Your story has been rewritten by the hand of God, your destiny credited with divine favor, your name stamped with eternal significance. Picture it one final time, with vivid clarity, the banker, head bowed in exhaustion, surrounded by supervisors, accountants, financial experts, and authorities from every corner. They stand in awe before a glowing screen, your account radiating with trillions, numbers so vast they defy the limits of human comprehension. Their voices tremble as they whisper, "How can this be? How can one person's account hold such wealth?" They run calculations, restart systems, and check for errors. But every attempt yields the same result. Your name shines brighter. Your account overflows beyond measure. At last, one of them admits, "This is beyond our control," and they are right. For this is not a transaction of man, but a manifestation of heaven's will. Each digit of this check is a prophecy fulfilled. The first is your breakthrough, shattering every barrier that once stood in your way. The second is your restoration, reclaiming all that was stolen or lost. The third is your honor, elevating your name to places of reverence. The fourth is your healing, renewing your body, mind, and soul. The endless zeros are not mere placeholders. They are rivers of divine blessings, flowing ceaselessly into your tomorrows, cascading through your family, and echoing through your generations, never ceasing, never diminishing, only multiplying with every passing moment. Beloved, do you sense the eternal weight of this sacred hour, where heaven's promises converge to rewrite the story of your life? This miracle check is not the end, but the beginning of a divine journey into unending abundance. a gateway to a destiny that shines with the brilliance of God's glory. Archangel Michael stands in the celestial courts, his voice echoing with unshakable authority. The scroll of heaven has been opened, and your name is written in fire, sealed for eternity. Picture the banker one last time, his eyes wide with awe, surrounded by experts who cannot fathom the trillions glowing under your name. They whisper in disbelief, but heaven proclaims with certainty, "It is done." This check is a covenant scroll, each digit a prophecy fulfilled, breakthroughs shattering barriers, restoration reclaiming what was lost, honor elevating your name, and healing renewing your soul. The endless zeros are rivers of blessings flowing through your life, your family, and generations yet unborn, never ceasing, only multiplying. As you stand in this moment, declare with boldness, "I receive my miracle check." Speak it until your spirit soars with faith, until the heavens resound with your proclamation. Type 999 in the comments if you embrace this divine truth. Write, "I am chosen," to seal this promise in your heart. Share this message, for in declaring it, you unleash a torrent of heaven's favor that will transform your life and echo through eternity. This is your moment, your divine inheritance, your eternal overflow.